are live. Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Cassandra Bradford, and you guys are watching Business First with me, Dr. Cass. And I have my very special, handsome, gorgeous friend, Evan Trad, here with me. Isn't he gorgeous? Look at him. Just all this effervescence. I don't know what you're doing, Evan, but you've been looking good lately. This is like
Thank you.
I've been stalking you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Cass, and thank you for having me as a guest on your podcast. It's so
Oh my
exciting to
God,
be here.
I am so excited to have you. Evan hails all the way from Chicago, Illinois. You guys know I'm here in Dallas, Texas, and I am so happy to have Evan. As a matter of fact, he's going to tell us about how we can become Team Evan. So,
Yes.
so Evan, so tell everybody. I know we only have a few moments, even though we say 30 minutes, it's going to go by real fast. But tell everybody who you are and what you do and how they can get on to be on Team Evan.
For sure. So my name is Evan Trad, and I am a special ed teacher by trade. I've been teaching special ed for just about 15 years now in the Chicago School District. And it was just about 3 years ago when I attended the RUN conference that my mentor, Sherry Leopold, who was with me, was asking, Evan, what do you want to do? And because she knew that teaching wasn't something I wanted to do forever. I love it, it's in my blood, but entrepreneurship is also in my blood. And so through conversations and laps in the pool during the 111-degree weather in Dallas, Texas, in the middle of July, Team Evan was born. And what we do is we help people with disabilities, or actually not help, we empower people with disabilities to become successful entrepreneurs. So we provide individualized business planning solutions and supports to make those people with disabilities and limitations, their dreams become a reality.
Wow. Can you guys hear that? I absolutely love what Evan does. And Evan, so now tell everybody, now I know you have a book.
I do. It's
Evan
called
has a
Fuel
book.
Your
So tell
Passion.
everybody about your book.
Yeah, so I actually am in two books. I wrote one and I'm a contributing author to the other. So the book I wrote is called Fuel Your Passions, Ignite and a Life You Truly Deserve. And it's a 4-step approach to finding your passion and turning it into a reality. And then I also was a contributing author in One Habit for Entrepreneurial Success, which is actually the largest book on entrepreneurship in the world. And we just found out yesterday that it became a #1 international bestseller. So not only I'm being in this book a #1 best-selling author in the United States, now I can say I'm a #1 best-selling international author, which is exciting.
Evan has gone international, you guys. Y'all better catch up. Y'all better catch up. So Evan, okay, so how can we get involved with Team Evan to help those persons with disability become entrepreneurs?
Awesome. That's a great question. So going to the website, which is goteamevan.com, and from there you can contact me and we can set up a Zoom conference to see how you can get involved with supporting those people, those with disabilities, to become entrepreneurs.
So man, there's so many companies now that that help and empower persons with disabilities that we need to get involved. I volunteered last year at the Abilities Conference, and when it came to Dallas, Texas, and I didn't know how big this conference was. And the whole time I'm telling people about Team Evan, and they're like, "Well, who are you? You're Cassandra. Your name Evan?" And I'm like, "Well, no, but I know somebody that has a company," and that's relational currency. And so I need to get more involved with you, Evan, about what you're doing, what you're going to be doing in 2021 with Team Evan. And whatever you need me to do, my answer is yes.
I love it. And I am a run baby. So, it was I will never forget the moment that I stood in front of you and the 5 speakers and shared the jumble of ideas I had in my head that I had birthed, 24 or 48 hours earlier. And the ideas that you shared with me, Cassandra, and even the follow-up mentoring that we did helped me get to where I am now. And one of the really exciting things that just happened in September, I worked with my first client, Molly, and we launched a magazine together. Um, so it's called Imagine the World as One magazine. And it's a magazine for people with disabilities, written by people with disabilities. So we have
Wow.
13 articles in it, and we're actually just wrapping up our second call for submissions. So anyone who might be watching, or anyone who knows someone with a disability that would like to share their story in our magazine, you can find more information on our website, goteamevan.com.
GoTeamEvan.com. Man, every time I talk to you, you're doing something amazing. This is great. I mean, man, I'm over here with all kind of ideas. Like, what can we do in 2021 that's gonna just set the world on fire? You know how I think. God
I
don't give
know.
me little ideas. They're these expensive ideas. I'm like, okay, God, I'm gonna go to Africa. He's like, okay. I'm like, okay, I need money. Okay, I'm gonna take a whole team
I love it.
and I want to stay 5 days. And he's like, okay, here she go.
There you
Right.
go.
So,
But
oh
if
my God.
it's meant to be, it will happen, right? And God puts what we need in our paths to make our dreams a reality.
So okay, so how did this magazine come about? I'm so intrigued now.
Oh yeah. So Molly was one of my first clients, and who went through our coaching program and our business startup. And during one of our very first conversations, I asked what her dream was, and she had a blog currently, but her dream was to start a magazine. And so it was actually at the Run conference a year ago that I was sharing about Team Evan with an attendee, and she said, "Oh my gosh, you have to have a magazine. Why don't you have a magazine?" And I was like, "Well, it's funny you say that, because one of my clients is interested in starting a magazine." And that idea kind of stayed in the back of my mind. And I chatted with Molly, and we worked together. And when the world shut down in March, I reached out to Molly and I said, "Let's do it. Let's figure out how to make it happen." And she got so excited, and we found, through the power of social media, um, the people contributing authors, and I learned how to use InDesign, and I found the power of Fiverr, and through all of that, we published a magazine. And actually, on the cover of our magazine, Dr. Cass, is Wendy Talley.
I love Willie.
Yeah.
I love Wendy. What she said, a try is a premeditated lie. I still
Yep.
remember it. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I remember that too. And her
What?
story is so remarkable. So she is our very first cover of our magazine.
Wow, Evan, this is fantastic. So how often are you and Molly planning on, is this Molly's project and you helping her? Or is this something you guys are doing
Mm-hmm.
collaboratively?
Right now it's collaborative. The goal, obviously, eventually is for Molly to do it on her own, and for us to provide, Team Evan to provide the supports that she needs to be able to do it on her own. Our goal right now is quarterly, and eventually moving towards bi-monthly, and then ideally a monthly magazine. So our next issue will be out in February.
Wow, this is amazing. This is amazing, Evan. I mean, man, I got all kind of ideas going through my head because you guys, we need to put ads in this magazine. Now, I don't know what the charges are for these advertisements, but we need to support this magazine. So we need to go to, what's the website again?
It's goteamevan.com.
GoTeamEvan.com. Find out how we can get involved with this advertising. I don't know if you guys have any flyers or any marketing flyers on social media, so we can put ads in before February. But this is a great way to support Team Evan and all the stuff that he's involved with, helping or empowering those with disabilities. And wow, this is, I mean, Evan, we need to talk offline because I can tell you about how to get some funding in Illinois
That would be
uh,
great.
for that magazine. And, right now, a lot of cities, city government, local government has programs for not startups, but for entrepreneurs that are generating revenue. So we'll talk, not
Awesome.
today,
Yeah.
but one day next week. Give me a call before Christmas if you want,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll just tell you everything I know. And
Awesome. I
I
love
really
it.
want to help you get this magazine so successful. It needs to be on the shelves everywhere. It needs to be in the offices and in the hands of our political of our politicians that govern our cities and our communities. It needs to be in our community centers. It needs to be because persons with disabilities, they live in our community. They are our community. And we need to support them as much as we can because they want to live just like you and I,
Yep.
right?
Definitely.
And they want to be contributors to society. And so we need to be able to support your mission.
Thank
So
you.
whatever I can do, you don't hesitate, Evan, to call me. Even if you think I'm busy, I'll always call you back.
Wonderful. I
You
love it.
know I
And I
will.
will take you up on that. And anyone who is watching who would like to place an ad in our magazine, we would love it. Through the Go Team Evan website, you can send me an email and I can share some information about our advertising packages.
You guys need to get a flyer out. Let me, I have a database of about 18,000.
Uh,
Um, Get me over a flyer and I'll blast it
okay,
out. Um,
awesome. I will do
I'll
that
blast it out
today.
for you. And and I need to put in an ad myself. So I can't just
Awesome.
talk
I
it.
love it.
I can't just, talk. I gotta walk the walk as well. So listen, so Evan has a book. He has two. I'm gonna tell you something about Evan. Evan didn't just wait for grass to grow under his feet. Evan took the vision and he ran with it. That's the difference. And I was talking to Shakilia the other night, and we were talking about the pandemic and how we haven't been able to do the think tanks, which is what Evan's talking about. So we're gonna plan some from virtually. And I know they're not the same thing. I'm believing just like everybody else, this vaccine that they got coming out, that we can all get back to being in the same space again because it's about who's in the room. And sometimes when you not just see a person or hear a person, but feel their vibe and everything that it changes you. You're like, you know what? If he can do it, I can do it, right? If he can, create Team Evan, I can create Team Cassandra, whatever, right? I can get involved. I can put action to my dream. And that's what we all need to do. You guys know I'm a person of execution, that when it's time for me to run and do stuff, I'm going to do it. Even if I got to stay up all night to get it done, I'm going to get it done. Right? So, oh my God, Evan, this is what else you got going on? I just think you got some other stuff that you're not sharing.
No, that's really about it.
You're staying warm up there in Chicago.
It's cold. It's
It's
very
hot
cold. It
here.
hasn't snowed yet.
It's
Of
still
course it
pretty
is.
warm here. See, I'm on short sleeve.
I
It's still
got long
warm
sleeves
here.
because it's cold.
No, it's warm here. We had one day where it got down like to 30. We were like, okay, so I know this ain't got nothing to do with anything, but last Saturday I had on short pants. And then Monday, Tuesday, we had a freeze. We were like, what? And then today it's been sunny and hot. So this is Texas weather. You guys know I
Def-
love Illinois. I'm from Illinois. I love Giordano's pizza. So Giordano's, y'all can freeze it and get it to me.
I'll get you that and some cake, Dr. Cass.
You know what? I had just had Shonda Amy on. So, we're talking, that's the fitness guru. I was like, I ain't talking about cake to her. But man, Evan is a great, Evan, you're a great example of getting a vision, running with it, bringing it into fruition, and not letting the vision die. And we need to, so are you still accepting clients to
I
mentor, to
am
coach?
definitely. My goal for 2021 is to set up a automated program so that people can so clients can do self-paced work with check-in points with me or a mentor. Um, so that is my goal for 2021, to set up an online mentoring program.
I
So,
see you at the Abilities Conference
mhm,
doing a workshop
I'd love to. Yeah.
and doing a casting call for your coaching program. And I see this being not just local, I see this being worldwide. And
Oh,
I don't even know how the people at the Abilities Conference, they just said, hey, we need a volunteer. And I went, me? And I went and I learned so much. I felt guilty. I was just like blown away at how large this conference was and how well attended. It was before the pandemic. I think it was in January or
mhm.
February of this year when I volunteered, and it just blew me away. It was just packed from sun up to sundown. I'm like, these people never go home.
Yeah.
And
It's
it was an amazing conference. I was there just trying to sneak into different. I was supposed to be volunteering, working registration. I'm over there trying to get into workshops, seeing what's
you
happening
always
over here.
gotta learn.
Yeah.
It's
And
always
so I,
learning.
I volunteered. It was a 2-day, 3-day conference, and I volunteered all 3 days. And I had
That's
a
amazing.
blast. I met I met people that I'm still friends with today that even flew into Texas when it was here. And I hear that conference is all over the world. I mean, yeah, it goes
Yes.
all over the world.
It's coming to Chicago, I think, in the summer. So,
And so we're hoping that the pandemic is over, the sheltering is over, we're able to
mhm.
breathe without a mask or without fear,
Yes.
right? That's what
Definitely.
I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that I get to see you guys, get to see you again and touch you and hug you. I miss
Yes.
you,
Definitely. I
man.
miss you. I miss you as well. And I can't wait to see you again in person. We've seen each other a few times over the computer and virtually, but I miss you. You are, I named my business Team Evan, and the whole philosophy behind it is, as I was taking my vision and turning it into a reality, I had a team of people helping me do that, and you were on that team from the very beginning. And I think it takes a team to start a business, and if you're trying to do it alone, you need to find that support. And I can't say enough amazing things about your work, Cassandra, and Genesis Preferred and everything that you do. So if you're working to start a business on your own, I'm going to give you a little plug, Dr. Katz. Um, Cassandra is an amazing mentor to work with, and she will get in your business, and she will give you 1,000 amazing ideas that will generate multiple streams of income for you and your business. So definitely look into her coaching program and mentoring program, and take her up on any offer that she offers you, because it's worth it.
Man, we have run out of time. I knew it was going to go fast. So listen, you guys, we need to get involved with Team Evan. We need to support this magazine. This video will also be on YouTube, and I'll post it again with the YouTube link if you guys missed the live. If you say, hey, I don't remember how to get in touch with Evan, you guys will be able to hear this broadcast again. And you can get in touch with Evan. Whatever he needs us to do, we're going to do it. Right, guys? Yes.
Awesome.
So, Evan, again, tell people how to get in touch with you so they can get signed up.
Definitely. So you can visit me at goteamevan.com and you'll find all of my contact information on that website. And you can get in touch with me about the magazine or any of our products or services. You can also purchase books there. And yeah, so I look forward to connecting with your network, Dr. Cass.
Yes, you guys, we are out of time. I am Dr. Cassandra Bradford. This is my very special guest, Evan Trad. And this is all the time we got. So I'll see you guys at the top. Bye, Evan. Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Evan.